Okay, today I am pretty busy because it's the day before Christmas Eve, doing like a bunch of last minute projects. But I am also gonna give an update on the mural and show you guys how much work I've done so far, what the plan is, and then basically just like a montage of me painting. Alright, so this is it behind me, and I'm going to show you guys the full thing. So far, it definitely still needs quite a bit of work. What I was kind of excited to do was like this whole like forest scene. Filia's favorite animal is a rabbit, and that still needs a lot of work. And then Rainier is a praying mantis, and that is looking pretty rough. It was kind of just like a rough draft. And then I also wanted to add in some other cool animals, so a great blue heron, that's what that's gonna be, a deer, a raccoon. This is like a type of moth that's really beautiful and huge. It's called a Cercopia moth. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but they live around here. So I only wanted to put animals and plants that are from here. Here is just like a rough draft of like a little fox that I was gonna do. It's pretty rough. It still needs, like I said, a lot of work. I've taken a few days off, and that always like kind of sets me back in my mind a little bit of just like the confidence level is not as high because you're like, oh, can I still do this? And then that's at least what happens to me. But today I'm gonna be doing a ton of the leaves, and then I also want to work on the moth if I get the chance. And originally I wanted to try and do a bunch of different specific kinds of trees that live around here. But that kind of turned out to be like too difficult, of just like a lot of extra work. So I'm just gonna do like a generic trunk and leaf. I cut my hair, or Memory did it for me. That's been really annoying for painting because I have to like clip it back because it just like goes like directly in my face, but it's kind of a fun haircut. And yeah, I'm gonna start painting. It's been a little bit because we had like visitors and then just stuff going on with Christmas, so I wasn't able to get into the painting mode as much, but we'll see how the day goes. And that right there is why you start top to bottom. Alright, what do you think of it so far?
I really like it.
Is it turning out how you thought it would turn out, or is it worse or better?
It's probably better, yeah. I wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was expecting.
Well, it still needs quite a bit of work, but it's getting there, I guess.
What's that bird right here?
It's called a great blue heron. I'll show you a picture of it. Okay, one other thing I forgot to mention was originally when I filmed the mural vlog, I was planning on putting the mural right behind me on these walls. Me and my mom were like trying to figure out which one we would prefer, but this wall was like gross and just like the paint was like cracking and peeling in a lot of places, so we ended up doing this one. And oh, another reason was I wasn't sure where we were gonna put that dresser, and if there was a mural there, it wouldn't make sense to have a dresser there. So that is why the mural changed locations. I'm gonna try and finish up this color of the leaves. What I was planning on doing was several different colors, like yellow, different types of green, but I wanted to start with this blue-green because one, I really like this color, and two, for like the leaves that are farther away and the ones that I'm painting first, like these ones, I think it makes sense to me to have like a darker, more bluer, shadowy color. And then for the leaves that are closer, I'm gonna use like more like a lime green. But it's gonna take like a bunch of different layers. That's why it's sparse right now. So I'm gonna finish that and then I'm gonna work on the moth. All right, so this rough draft of a moth, and I found out it's pronounced Cecropia. It looks like that. The reason why I wanted to paint this moth is because the first mural that I did, I put in a moth and I just thought it was like really beautiful. I don't know. Apparently these moths are the largest moths native to North America. And they can be found in Ohio, but I think they're pretty rare to find just in general. I don't know, I just kind of was like, oh, I could paint one of these. When I was trying to figure out what animals would belong in this painting and which ones wouldn't. This is one of the animals that I'm most excited about to paint. But it's a lot of like fine detail work, so I'm gonna be sketching out some of the stuff first, and then I'm also gonna be using very small paintbrushes. I'm doing just like a lot of up close work. Okay, kind of got sidetracked a little bit. I got pretty far in sketching. There's definitely a lot more details I'll have to do. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. One of the things I'm not sure that I like about the mural is the color that I picked for the sky. It's a little too late now, and I'm like, oh. A lot of it is gonna be covered up, so I don't feel like it's that huge of a deal, but at the same time, I wish I would have just like maybe thought about it a little more, or planned it out. These are all the colors that I got. I wanted to get a lot like smaller containers because I've definitely been figuring out I have a tendency to get too much paint rather than too little, and then we just end up with leftovers, which is fine, but I don't want to spend too much money on things that I'm not going to use. We already had some colors like black and white. We had those in our basement from like past projects. And then I was going to talk about this mural. I did more sketching and more preparation than I've done for any mural, which is kind of surprising to me, I guess. There was one mural where I did quite a bit of work to prepare for it, but my first mural, I didn't do anything. I kind of just like went for it, but I definitely did like quite a few sketches. This was the original plan for that wall, and then it obviously changed to this wall, and then I even did like separate sketches of like each of the things that I was going to be painting, and I made like a list of the order of things that I was going to paint. And then this was like a really rough sketch that I did. I might try to get in a little bit more painting today, but like I said, I have like a lot of other stuff going on, so that might be it for today. I didn't get as far as I thought I would, kind of got sidetracked. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated on this mural. It's nice because it's kind of like perfect. It's just like a floor below me. It's inside, which is like, I wasn't planning on working outside in the winter because I didn't want the paint to freeze, and obviously it's gonna be a lot more difficult. It's not really mural painting season. I'm pretty excited about it. One of the reasons why I chose to do like a forest was if there's one thing that I'm really confident in painting, it's like plants. And so that's like kind of like if there's one thing that's like I don't feel like I could improve much in, and it's almost like a guilty pleasure, because like what was hard for this mural is continually like kind of like, oh, like I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm not as proficient in painting animals because that's just not like, I I think I do have some talent in that, but it's also just harder for me to get the likeness. So that's been interesting to figure out and continue to figure out. I'm probably gonna take a little break for the holidays, but we'll probably start again next week. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this will turn out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.